Welcome to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage. Today we're going to be having a look at PEPE Coin. This has been a community request, but now one thing I want to say before we jump into the analysis is there's not a lot of price history here, so we're only working with the current wave structure that we have. So this does limit the effectiveness of the Elliott wave theory on it, obviously because we do not have where it is in the trend, basically. So we're going to look at the price action and discuss a couple of key levels that we could see reactions off of and might give an indication of where we are going. Okay, so let's get into the video. As I said, we can see that we've only got price history from the 23rd of April here, so not very much at all. Now, the way we have come up here is looking very impulsive for the most part. Now, what I'm treating this as is potentially a 5-wave structure to the upside. So now, there's a couple of ways we can look at this. And obviously, when we have little information like this, there is always potential that there's further extensions within the waves. But from what we have here, I'm looking at this in two ways. So either that we have a third wave which is completed, in which case this would be 1, 2, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'd actually be looking for a fourth wave retracement now. So we've actually come down already towards this zone here of this 93293 area. But now what I need to see is whether we actually continue to break down. So the key support zone here is basically going to be in this area here, this 93239 to this 54776 area. So if we do manage to hold this support zone, particularly this bottom one here, I will be looking for that potential of actually having another push to the upside. We will discuss a couple of more bearish scenarios off the top end of this and what this could mean. So we'll go over that in a second. Now, it is always possible that within this wave, it is still extending out. And it could be that we are actually not within a fourth wave to the downside now, and rather that we are actually still within this third wave. So that would look something like this, where potentially within the structure, we could have an extension here. So what this would be looking at is basically subdividing the internals here a little bit different, where this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'd be looking for that potential of a fourth and a fifth. Now, it is possible that we could argue that within this structure, we could have had a fourth and a fifth here. This would be, I'd be looking for a deeper breakdown if this was the case, and basically taking out, some of these key areas here of this 90710, and then basically looking to break down in a bigger way for that bigger fourth wave retracement area. So looking to actually test some of these lower ranges. Now, with this, because of the fact we subdivided differently, we'd be looking for a shorter fourth wave now. Now, it is possible this could be potentially completed here, and we could actually look to push up for an additional fifth wave here to the upside. So we're going to discuss what that might look like if we're completed into this low here. Now, there's a couple of things we can argue here. We could actually just have this as an A wave, this is a B wave to the upside, and we could be looking for a C wave to the downside. Now, it is also possible that this could just be an A, a B, and a C, and then we actually look to push up higher before coming back down. Now, if this is the case, we'd be looking for that potential of a flat correction here. It wouldn't really fit into this count because of how shallow, how small this wave 2 is. I wouldn't really want to see a bigger wave 4 like this because it wouldn't really fit in. If we do get something like that, it makes more sense that it's actually matching with the structure over here. So that would make me believe that we're already completed this third wave here and we're within the fourth wave. But for the time being, I want to see whether we actually do see some continuation to the upside. And there's two ways that this can happen. Either we could see a smaller C wave down here where we actually just break down towards the zone of this 846.670, and that could facilitate that as an ABC structure completed to the downside. And then we'd be looking for a fifth wave to the upside. Now, that fifth wave, provided that we came down to this 1-to-1, could potentially look to actually bring us up into the zone of this 187.957 area to this 150.773 area. Now, this would be looking for this as a fifth wave, looking to actually complete from this point here. So this would be looking to hold the support zone. Really, if we start to break down below this 616, it would become less likely that actually we are still within this current structure that we're looking to track now. Now, it is possible that this could be, like I said, a completed fourth wave already. Now, what we'd want to see happen if that was the case is I'd be looking for two things here. Like I said, there's still the potential we could have a bigger flat here where we actually look to sweep these highs and then break down in a 5-wave move. Now, if this is the case, this 183.536 area to this 150.000 area would be a potential target. Now, this is valid for as long as we hold above this 88443. And what I want to see here is basically just having a three-wave move, holding the support of this 98085 and then actually looking to push up one more time here towards this zone of this 1 to 1, which would be this 172975 area. So that would be looking for that potential of this just being an A, this being a B wave to the upside, and looking for that C wave down. Now, if we do get a bigger push to the upside, we can also potentially argue that we have something like this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 as a diagonal pattern here. If this is the case, what we could do is actually find support here and look to push up to this 1.618. If we do actually push up to this 1618 here at this 233522 area, this would indicate that we're having further extension, and this would become a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'd be looking for a fifth wave up. Now, if that was the case, what we could then potentially do is actually look for a fifth wave target area, which would actually be up here towards this 2849, 290, sorry, to this 251582. Now, this would actually look to complete this as a five-wave move, and then I'd be looking for that possibility of that bigger fourth correction to play out from that point. Now, if, however, this is not the case, and we actually look to just start to break down deeper from this point, we need to be just a little bit cautious, because just the same way as we can potentially count this as a diagonal up, we could also argue this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and actually we complete into this point here. So this could actually be a diagonal in itself. So really, until we actually break back above this 15000 area, we need to be cautious we don't start to get a bigger breakdown here. So now this could just be a B and then a C to the downside. Like we said, that's looking for that potential of just this three-wave move, where we're looking for this 1 to 1 to be here at this 84670. But what we need to be cautious of is a bigger breakdown. Now, if we start to break down in a bigger way, what we could actually see here is that this is actually a wave 1. We get a wave 2 up here, and then we're starting to break down for this wave 3. Now, we don't have the structure here currently. The reason I'm looking at this is because there is potential within this that we could have a series of 1s and 2s, where this is a 1, 2 here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we get a 5, then we get another 4 and a 5. And this could actually look to bring us down towards this 102509. So if we start to break down towards these lower ranges here, we need to be careful, because this could become 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5 to the downside, which would mean that we would be looking to complete between this zone of this 99650 to this 95254 area. And that would be potentially if this is just a simple five-wave move down. Now, if we do extend, what we could actually find happening here is we could get a bigger breakdown here, where, potentially I'm looking at this as a 1, 2, and then looking for this as a third wave, but this could actually be 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we start to break down in a bigger way, and we get some extension to the downside. So we start to break down towards this 63483 area, we need to be cautious, because we could then see some continuation down. And this would basically be looking for that possibility of actually having a bigger corrective structure here, where this would become an A wave, we get a B wave up, and then we get a C wave to the downside. Now, depending exactly on where these form, this could mean that we actually see a move back down into these lower ranges here of this 040579 area. So we need to just be cautious of this. I don't think that this would just be a direct drop off here. In my opinion, it would be more of a choppy move, and it is possible that it could happen not in a five-wave move like I've got marked out here, but rather something like this, ABC. We come down to this 86688 area, we get a three-wave move and another move down, and then something like that would then become our A wave. Then we'd look for a three-wave move up, and we'd get some kind of a more choppy sideways slanting move to the downside here as a either a wave 4 or potentially another extension in here, where this is all wave 1 and we get another 2 here. This would be very bullish if that was the case, but it would imply that we'd be looking for a deeper retracement. So really what I'm looking for here is to see whether we continue to maintain this bullish structure, and see whether we actually start to get another move down here towards this 1 to 1, which would be this 84670. If we move down here, I want to see whether we get, this continuation to the upside in a fifth wave. Looking for this 187957 area to this 150773 area. If, however, we just start to push up directly, that would be looking at that other target zone that we talked about previously, and looking for that fact that we're actually still within this third wave, and it's extending directly at that point. Now, if we get a bigger corrective structure that starts to form here, so we'd be looking for something more like more along the lines of this. We would start to get the structure developing to the side here, where we get a deeper retracement. Like I said, something potentially like this, where this would become A, we'd get a B wave up, we'd get a C wave down, potentially an X, and then another leg to the downside, something like that. Um, we could see actually a drop start to come in towards this 93239 to this 54776 area. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. Like I said, there's not a lot of information on this. We'll have to track the moves as they develop. But what we do need to be careful of is the fact that there is that potential of a five-wave structure here. Whenever we get a five-wave structure like this, it is we got to be careful, because this could mean that we have a bigger five-wave move to the downside looking to play out next. So just need to be a little bit cautious here. Really, as long as we hold this low of this 0.88443, we can potentially look for that additional leg to the upside. And then, from there, we'll have to see whether it reaches that 1618, which is currently sitting at that level that I said, which would be up here at this 233522 area. But the key thing here is whether we actually maintain this 98085. If we fail to maintain this, could mean that we are going to see, a direct sell off here, potentially down towards some of those lower areas we discussed. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to Discord. Come check it out. It's free to join. As well as that, you'll find affiliate links for both Primex BT and BYBIT down there. Both great exchanges we use on a regular basis. Check them out if you haven't already. And yeah, let us know what you think is going to go on with Pepe in the description below. Always happy to hear from you guys. See you in the next video. Take care out there.